What's the worst product Apple ever made? That is a good question. That is a really good question. Um, man, I don't know. I mean, we could discuss worst product by thinking about what is their least successful or, like failed product, a product that did not sell or did not function correctly or something like that. Which I think everybody would look to like the Newton. Um, and the Newton was just an iPad before its time. Yeah. That's the one that everybody talks about. But the worst product Apple made. Wow. Again, I'm going to have to go to the internet and like history of Apple products because um I just feel like we're not thinking about there's something that we're missing that was terrible. You know what I'm saying? Every product Apple has made so far. Okay. Um Newton, Macintosh TV. That I never even heard of that. Look at this. Macintosh TV. Wait, no. There we go. Scroll back. Yeah, here we go. Macintosh TV, 1993. That was not anything. An eMate. Never heard of an eMate before. Apple Cinema Display. Those were good. iMac G3. Hot. Slot loading iMac. I got one of those back there. Power Mac G4. iPod second generation. Airport Express. Now, we could also have a conversation about products that Apple discontinued that they never should have discontinued. like like the airport line of products. Those things were awesome and nothing has ever actually replaced them. Nothing is like the airport time capsule right here 2008. Ever since nothing's ever like I want a router with I want a router with hard drive storage. Second gen time capsule, iPod Shuffle, iPod Nano, sixth generation. I would say that this iPod Nano, I remember this just was around for a second. So that might have been a failed product, but not the worst. This fifth generation time capsule right here in 2013, that was a big deal. I'm not oh man. I don't know. This goes up to 2018. HomePod. It's not the worst product that Apple ever made, but I think we could all agree that the HomePod was a failure, right? Failure. I think based on all of this, we're going to have to go with Newton. We're going to have to go with the Newton. Because everything else on here is either like tiny little niche product or, oh man, I remember these StyleWriter printers. Those are sweet. Oh, Apple had a camera. Check this out. 1994, 1993, 94. Apple was trying some things because they had the Newton, they had the Macintosh TV, and then in 94 they had the Apple QuickTake camera. Oh, I knew there was something. Look at this. The Pippin. The Apple Bandai Pippin. This was Apple's gaming console that I think only came out in like the most limited way possible. So I think that the Pippin wins. As the worst product that Apple ever conceived of, because it never came out. The original iBook was, so Danny says the original iBook was terrible. I don't disagree, but I mean, you have to look at you got to start somewhere, right? And so they started there, but the iBook is the great grandfather of the current MacBooks. So, I mean, I guess that's all right. The Pippin, Khalil, the Pippin might have been good. It might have been good. I'm not saying that it wasn't good or it didn't have the potential to be good. It just never happened. I don't think it ever saw wide release at all, which is crazy that they would go to all that trouble. I'm scrolling further back now to the 80s. The 80s. Man. You know how much like this Macintosh XL, this thing would have been like $9,000. It's just crazy. The Apple One, which was like a wood box with a keyboard. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I do believe that when Apple first started selling the Apple One was just like a circuit board. It was just the stuff. And then you got to put it in your own box. So we complain about not getting a charger in the box, not having a headphone jack. I mean, when they started out, Apple didn't even give it a box. Nothing to put it in. Nothing to put it in at all. Ace asks, what's the best Apple product that you, Jason, ever owned or own? Good question. Good question. The one that I appreciate the most, the one that I wish was still a thing, it is the iPod. Probably the iPod Classic 5.5 is like the sort of pinnacle of iPod. It had the best DAC in it. It had a Wolfson DAC in it, I believe, and it was great. We got a super chat from VAC373. Thank you ever so much. TechMed Rainier Richter is up to painfully honest member now. That's crazy, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. See, the Apple Sock. Now, I'm not even going to count the Apple Sock. Right now, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, good night to you, TechMed Rainier. I really appreciate all the support this evening. You've been awesome. Have a good night. The sock, I don't count the sock because the sock was was an accessory, right? So I didn't count the sock. Maybe I should have counted the sock because it doesn't look like they list accessories here. Yeah, I don't see the sock on this list, but back, I don't even remember when it was. It was like mid-period iPod, right? And I would say mid-period iPod, they came out with these multicolored Ipod Socks. Let me see it. I'll look for it. Ipod Sock. Okay. So here we go. The Ipod Sock. This is from 2012 when Apple removed the Ipod Sock from the online store. Oh, so sad. So sad. But there you go. The Ipod Sock came in gray, orange and yellow, pink and pink, blue and blue, green and green, purple and purple. Now, who wouldn't love to have an iPod Sock that they could put their iPhone in? Right? That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, the iPod Sock was a thing. And I don't know why they did it. I don't know why that was ever a thing. The only thing that I can think, because I don't know if you guys have ever gone outside with something with like a lithium ion battery when it's like below freezing. But when it's below freezing, like your lithium ion battery will freeze. And I got a fly in here. Go away, fly. You bugged me. yeah, the lithium ion batteries will freeze. So I remember I had a pair of Beats Solo 3s, I think, and they would just freeze on the way to work every day. Oh, the iPod hi-fi speaker. Where was that on that list? I loved that thing. I loved that thing. Let's find it. That had to have been around 2005-ish. I want to say 2004, maybe. Let's see. We've got. It's not on here. It's not on here. But I did really like that. I wanted that thing so bad. I ended up getting like a knockoff one that was cheaper because I couldn't afford something like that. But yeah, it's not on this list. So yeah, somebody mentioned that the Ipod Socks match the new iMacs. The Ipod Socks match the new iMacs, and they do almost to a T. Almost to a T. It's crazy. So we got gray, orange, pink, blue, green, purple. Is that all the colors of the iMacs? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure that if that's all the colors of the iMacs or not. I think it is. I think it is. Let me iMac 24. Okay. We're going to Apple's official site here. We're just tooling all over the internet tonight. So we got blue, we got silver, blue, purple, red, pink, orange, yellow, green. And then we go back here. Purple, gray, blue, orange, pink. No yellow. Well, I mean, there's yellow here. So all the colors are in there, right? Maybe you could get an iPod sock for your iMac. That would be awesome. Well, see, we could count this yellow and orange one as the orange and the yellow if we wanted to. But see, Apple does this, and people notice these things when they do the whole like event thing, right? They notice these things, and they're like, oh look, it's the same colors as the old iMacs. It sort of is. So yeah, that's crazy.